Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things today, and that's going to be pets. I love pets. Now I am allergic to cats and I love dogs. Like, I just love dogs. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to get a dog, but they don't necessarily know what it's going to take to have a dog and the upkeep. So this is just a quick little video to give you a little bit of introductory things that you might want to know about a dog. So today I'm joined by my little nephew. His name is Tater Tot, and he is a 3-month-old Chihuahua mix. You can say, hey, everybody say, hey, Tater. We call him Tater. And my dog, Beamer, is also a Chihuahua. I'm going to insert a clip of him here. He's here too, but he's off running around, so we'll see if we can get him to come on camera in a little bit. So, first of all, let's talk about the basics of getting a dog. No matter what kind of dog you want, first of all, you have to decide if you want to adopt from a shelter, or if you want to get from a breeder, or if you're going to get a dog from someone that you know that just so happens to have puppies. Either way, you have to be careful and do your research about the different types of dog that you want. No one dog is the same, and dogs are just like humans. They all have their own little personalities. You have to get a dog. There's Beamer, y'all see him run through. You have to get a dog that fits your personality. So if you are very active and you run every day, you run long distances, a dog in the working dog class might be good for you. But if you're a couch potato and you live in an apartment, you might want to think about maybe a Great Dane. Even though they're big, they're great apartment dogs, or something small and spunky like one of these guys, the little Chihuahuas. All right, so if you can't tell, my favorite breed is a Chihuahua. Now, Tater's owner is my little sister, and she got him back in September. And so we've had Tater here, and we just love him to pieces, okay? So let's talk about some of the basic things that you need. So no matter what type of dog you're bringing home, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have the basic things. So you wanna make sure that you have a food bowl, a water bowl, a safe place for the dog to go to, like a kennel or a playpen. All right, so here's Beamer's little area in my home. There's his food and water bowl and his tin with his dog food in it. I like him to have his own little area. And then here's his kennel. It's located in my living room, so he never feels like he's away from us. And I leave the door open when I'm at home, so he can go in and out as much as he wants to. Also, he has a bed in the living room as well, so that he can be comfortable. You see he's in there now. And then also, here is his bed in my room. So in all the common places, he has a bed. Blankets, beds, and possibly pee pads, or a place where your dog can alleviate themselves. You also want to make sure that you have time. Whether you get a puppy like Tater, or you get an older dog like my dog Beamer, who's 12, they all still take time, and you have to spend time with them. They have little personalities and they need connection. They yearn to be with you. So they're always gonna wanna be with you, and you just have to make sure that you have enough time to give to them. Now, puppies require a lot more time than older dogs. For example, my dog is 12 and he doesn't mind being off by himself. I virtual teach from home, and usually he's not even in the room with me. He's in his bed in my bedroom, or he's in the bed in the living room, and he's just vegging out until it's time to go walk or it's time for me to get off. Whereas a puppy like Tater would definitely want attention from me while I was teaching or while I was trying to get anything done. He would always want to be in my lap or playing a game. And you know, puppies still take little short, what I like to call cat naps. So Tater still takes a lot of cat naps. But he would definitely want more of my attention. So you definitely need to make sure you get a dog that fits your personality. A great way to do this is by going to a shelter, and they actually give you an opportunity to spend time with the dog. You can go and walk the dog. You can have one-on-one time in a room. Just make sure that your personalities mesh together. Beamer and I are pretty much the same type of personality, so he likes to veg around, I like to veg around, and it works for both of us. But if we were busybodies, if I was a busybody, he would get tired of me, and if he was a busybody, I would get tired of him if our personalities did not fit. So you're gonna have to feed your dog. I feed my dogs different things. It just really depends on what I see in the stores. I don't like to do grocery store food because grocery store food contains a lot of additives and things that I don't really. The best brand so far, and the best and the cheapest brand that I have found would be Hill Science Diet. Beamer eats the super senior food because he's 12. There's a food for 12 and over. And then also they have food for puppies, such as little Tater here. So just picking a food that would be good in your price range, something that you can keep getting over and over again, that you have ready access to, and please remember, in your price range, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you can't afford to buy dog food or the type of dog food that your dog has been eating, because if you switch foods too often, they can get sick, and it's not fun. Trust me, I made that mistake years ago with Beamer. It's not fun. Their little tummies get upset, and then you don't want to deal with the mess that you're going to have to clean up, okay? Let's talk about puppies first, since I have Tater here. Tater is 3 months again, and he is the sweetest little thing you could ever. He's just such a little tater tot. He's such a sweet little thing, but he's a puppy. So he is into everything. He's chewed one of my mom's shoes. He's chewed his pad in his kennel, his little pad. He's chewed one of his dog beds, and he's chewed through several chew toys, okay? So he's always busy. As you see, he's constantly licking and moving. He wants attention. He's very needy. He's a puppy, and that's just how it is with puppies. He uses a pee pad. Sometimes he misses, but he uses the pee pad. And he's just gonna need to be taught things. So we're teaching him commands now. We're working with him. My sister is 15, so she's at home with him all day because she's virtual learning as well. And so they are working on the basic things so that he can learn. He's also learning how to walk on a leash, which is really hilarious. Maybe I'll insert a clip if I can find one. But he's learning to walk on a leash, and it's just hilarious. It's so cute. But as a puppy, again, he needs a lot of time, and you have to be patient because they're not going to get it the first, the second, or the third time. You have to do things over and over and over and over and over again. All puppies have a lot of energy. Some are chill, but all have a lot of energy. And just keep in mind, all dogs have different personalities. So if your dog has had a completely different personality than anything that is coming out of my mouth, that is perfectly fine, because all humans have different personalities, and animals are the same way too. So now let's talk about if you want to get an older dog. So if you want to get an older dog from the shelter, I got Beamer when he was 1.5 years. And it was a big difference between getting a puppy. He pretty much already knew commands, and he took very well to house training. He was pretty much housebroken as soon as I got him after, getting used to his new location. And he just kind of, Beamer's personality, he's so chill. He was just ready to go. And so that was a lot different. He didn't require as much time. He was a little bit more clingy to me when he was younger, but now as an older dog, he's way more independent. So if you're thinking about adopting a senior dog from the shelter, remember that too. He still, even though they may be a little bit more independent, they're still gonna need your time and your love. But they do require a little bit less constant supervision than a puppy like Tater. Also, when you leave your pets, please make sure, ma'am and sir, that you put away things that they could get into that could harm them, things that they could eat, things that they could damage that you would be very upset about if it happened. And also make sure that they have something to keep them occupied, such as a Kong. Those are the toys that you can put treats into, or any other kind of chew toy that keeps their mind off of chewing up things that you don't want them to. And it's not okay to leave your dog in a kennel for hours and hours. While you're at work is okay, but when you get home, they need to get out and stretch their legs too. So make sure, again, that you're somebody that has enough time. I know that as a teacher and a coach, sometimes I don't have enough time to come home and let Beamer out, and on those days, he gets to come over to what I call pup care at my parents' house, and they take care of him and they look after him during the day while I'm at work and I have a game that night, and then I go pick him up so he can come back home. But I make sure that he's supervised and that he's always getting the attention that he needs. So please make sure that you do that. Also, if you travel, make sure that you have a place you can board your dog. Make sure their shots are up to date. That's something else that you have to worry about. Make sure they go to the vet once a year and they get all of their shots. Beamer's due for a vaccination session soon. You saw on my What's in My Purse video that I have his vet notice in my purse because it's almost time for him to go. It's almost time for Tater to get another set of shots, so he'll have to go soon too. Keep in mind another thing when you get a pet is the grooming, okay? Now, depending on what type of dog you get, you're looking at just a basic shampoo, bath, nail trim, anal expression, ear, the little trimming of the hair in the ears, and a blow dry, and they're out the door. They're on the way to go. Like Beamer. Or if you get a dog with a lot of hair, you're looking at the price of a haircut and a detangle and a lot of other things. So keep that in mind as well in your budget. If you want a really, really fluffy, pretty dog, you need to make sure that you can afford to keep them maintained. A lot of them cannot be shampooed and conditioned at home. With Beamer and probably with Tater, as you see, he's short-haired Chihuahua too. They can just easily be put into a bathtub, inside or outside, and get shampooed, and I blow dry Beamer and we're out the door. I cut his nails, we're out the door. Or I take him to get his nails cut, and that's it. He doesn't need a lot of grooming, but there are some other dogs out there that are gonna need hours of grooming, and it costs money. Trust me, it costs. So make sure that you have the funds that you need. So lastly, real quick, let's run that back. If you're gonna get a dog, you need to make sure that you have the time, that you have the money, and that you have the patience. All right, you gotta have time, money, and patience. And the last thing, you have to have a lot of love, because these little babies, oh, they're so adorable, and they need your love, and they want your love, and you gotta have it free to give them to them. So if y'all have any questions, put them in the comment box. If anything else you want to know, just let me know. Write it in the comment box. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll make more of these. But for right now, that's all I got to say. So enjoy your pet, and if you're about to get a pet, congratulations and welcome to parenthood. Bye, everybody. Say bye, Tater. Say bye. Yeah. All right, guys, here's Beamer. Beamer's 12 years old and a white Chihuahua. He's a lot bigger than Tater. Beamer is a whopping 11 pounds. Tater's probably about 2 pounds, but he's a whopping 11 pounds, and he is a character himself. He's been a great dog. I've had him for a very long time, and I love him very much. He's my little ham.